what's happening YouTube? It's your boy Deep CP.
And welcome back to another YouTube video.
So guys, you all really enjoyed the top 10 Christmas movies. So we decided to start doing more top 10 videos. This time, we have a very special one for you.
Top 10 movies of 2024.
So if you guys enjoy movies and you enjoy top 10s, let us know in the comments down below. If you want more videos like this, put that in the comments. I want to plug her TikTok. Go over there, check it out. She's doing a great job on it. Give her some support and some love. Going into the new year with a brand new start. And thank everybody that subscribed last year and everybody that's tuning in. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. Number 10, Planet of the Apes.
Hey, here's words! What a wonderful day!
So guys, the new Planet of the Apes came out. She actually didn't get to go watch it. I kind of watched it by myself. This one was amazing. It continued on the story after everything happened with Caesar. They obviously had wonderful CG animation with the motion capture and everything. The story was well done. And I don't want to go really into detail because she hasn't seen it. If you guys enjoyed the prequel trilogy of Planet of the Apes, go over there to Disney Plus. It is on there now, and watch it for yourself. It's a wonderful story, so well told, and wonderful acting. One of my favorites this year. Number 9.
Beetlejuice.
You're a figment of my imagination. Really? Is this a figment of your imagination?
Second movie does go off of the first one, so I highly recommend watching the first one before you watch the second one. It was very chaotic, like most of Tim Burton's work.
And the fact they got Keaton to come back as Beetlejuice made the story even better. The makeups was great. My favorite character is Bob.
Also, Jenna Ortega was in this. She also played Wednesday.
I have to say, I was nervous going into this because Beetlejuice is such a classic. How are they going to continue the story without overshadowing the original? And I have to say, even the effects and visuals into this really call back to the original effects. Sort of look like stop motion.
Yeah.
It's not stop motion, but it appears like stop motion. So it's like they tried to kind of tried to recreate. So yeah, we're going to put Beetlejuice at number 9. Number 8, Venom 3.
We are. We're totally gonna need to work on that.
Venom movies is hit or miss, to be honest. They're not bad movies, but they're not great movies. They're just kind of dumb fun. And if you go into them with the idea of it's just dumb fun, you'll love these movies. First watched it, and I watched it with my little brother when it came out. It's weird to see a Venom movie without Spider-Man, but Sony made it work.
I had never seen Venom before. I had seen clips and pieces of Venom, and I've talked with coworkers about Venom, and I'm like, you know what? It's like, I want to watch it. Came to him, and we watched the first
We've
two.
watched the first 2.
Maybe a month later.
We went and saw the third one when it came out. The one itself, she cried, and I started to. It's such a good movie. We won't spoil it here. It's dumb fun. You can't go into this expecting like an Oscar-winning movie that will be written in history. But it is a movie that is dumb fun. Turn your brain off and just enjoy it. Number 7.
Inside Out 2.
I'm just such a huge fan of yours, and now here I am, meeting you face to face.
So Inside Out 2 is right after the first Inside Out. It goes with Riley growing up. It was phenomenal.
What I liked really about it was Anxiety wasn't a bad guy. She was genuinely trying to do what she thought was best for Riley. Anybody that has anxiety can understand anxiety isn't evil. It manipulates a person to do things they might not typically do. They're nervous, you know. Inside Out 2 was fun. Loved a lot of the new characters. I think one of my favorites was Envy. God love her. She's like really little, and like every time that she would talk to somebody, she'd have to peek up over something. Yeah, that does remind me of you. Anytime she needs something, it's like, hey, can you get this? Because she can't reach it.
I am short.
We are tiny, but we are mighty.
Almost everybody in the original cast came back except for like 2. But it was still a fun movie, and I enjoyed the story. She enjoyed it, so we're ranking it at number 7 on our list. Number 6, Deadpool and Wolverine.
You save the good stuff for special occasions?
Killing mostly.
All right, let's do this. Maximum effort.
Guys, this movie was so much fun. If you guys have been on TikTok, I'm sure you know a little bit about the movie, at least by the dance scene. Cool to see Deadpool actually in the MCU now. But from what I'm understanding, I think Ryan Reynolds isn't coming back as Deadpool anymore, which is kind of sad. Getting into the story itself, the story revolves around Deadpool, and he's going to try to fix his universe from being wiped out because of the MCU reboot and everything. So it's so much fun because you get all these references to the classic Fox movies with the X-Men and everything, but it's just dumb fun. It's meant to just be a popcorn movie. A lot of cool fight scenes, a lot of cool action scenes, a lot of cool callbacks. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine, please watch it. It's a lot of fun. Number 5.
Kong and Godzilla. He actually got me started on Kong and Godzilla. We watched the first movie. I hated it.
2014 is rough to get through.
It was so slow. It was so hard to get into. And I'm like, I don't want to watch 2-3 more of these movies. So we ended up watching the rest of the movies. Watching it all, it ties in so well. They come together, and it was a really cool movie. The effects on it were really cool.
Who was your favorite kaiju in the new one?
Shimo,
yeah. Shimo.
Shimo. I love Shimo. I love the design of Shimo.
It's like Kaiju Elsa.
Yeah, it's Kaiju Elsa.
I thought the Scar King was a great villain. And I thought
that was cool.
I really thought it was neat that he tied into Kong's lore and even Godzilla's lore. But I'm going to shut up before I get into spoilers.
You've got to watch the other movies in order first. If I had seen it without any knowledge, it would have been rough.
But it is a fun movie, so definitely go watch this movie if you have a Max account. Number 4, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Heads up. Tall, dark, and horny at 12 o'clock.
It was absolutely amazing. The way that the Ghostbuster franchise has kind of tied the original Ghostbusters and now the newer Ghostbusters together. Almost all of the original characters, of course we had one character that did pass away, and if you had seen the third one, Afterlife, the way that they were able to represent the gentleman that passed away was amazing, and they were able to continue his legacy and the other Ghostbusters legacy in Frozen Empire, and bring in new but not get rid of the old entirely. And it was so cool the way they tied it all together.
The fact they got Bill Murray to come back for Afterlife was amazing, but
And
the
the
fact they got him
Empire,
again is even crazier. I like the fact that the Ghostbusters are starting to acknowledge now they're getting old. And in the story, that had an impact because Ray almost got himself killed.
The first Ghostbusters movie is a classic. I absolutely fell in love with Ghostbusters when we watched it. Watched all of them, and then when Empire came out, we went and saw that. I dragged him to the movie theater for that one for our anniversary.
She's so excited. She's like, "Babe, there's a new Ghostbusters coming out." We talked about Ghostbusters for a week after this movie came out. It was constant.
And my coworkers hated me because I was going around like, "Who you gonna call?" And it's like blasting the song on the speakers. I'm having fun.
I mean, the story is great. The movie itself was great. Getting into the top 3. All right, so number 3.
Wicked.
My pulse is rushing. My head is reeling. Yeah, well, my face is flushing. What is this feeling?
When I was younger, I loved The Wizard of Oz. When the Wicked trailer first dropped, I was actually I don't know if I want to go see that. Well, my best friend and I went and saw it, and it was phenomenal. They were able to tie in the original Wizard of Oz to it, how they're able to give like little hints about who turns into the Scarecrow, this, that, the fourth, and everything. And Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande did an amazing job. The soundtrack is amazing. I have been blaring it, singing Popular to him. Just the animations.
Popular.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Can you tell I've sung it to him so much he knows some of the words?
I'm going to talk about how you have a crush on like a 70-year-old Jeff Goldblum now.
Jeff Goldblum.
Here we
Oh,
go.
I can't
Here we
spoil
go.
it. There is, in the beginning of the movie, it's Jeff Goldblum singing, and then he comes to play later on in the movie, and so everything starts clicking together, and just his voice during the song and stuff, it was...
You like get a Fly musical now?
Fun fact for you all.
I'm never going to live this
He will
down.
never live this down. We were here at his house. I was like, it's Christmas time. Let's watch a Christmas movie. And he looks at me. He's like, oh, I have a really good Christmas movie. It was The Fly. It's not a Christmas movie.
So funny, but I'll never live that down. Besides that, getting back to Wicked, it's a good time. If you guys enjoy musicals, definitely a good one. Should we mention the dolls?
There's a lot of controversy
There was
on the doll.
How did Mattel let this happen? There was an adult website put on the doll box. How did nobody catch this? It's like people on people on people on people that have to approve everything on a doll. I had to mention the dolls at some point. Anybody in the toy community this year has had a blast knowing that little piece of trivia.
The dolls are really cool looking.
They are cool.
And they look like Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande's got elbow joints. I was surprised
Let's
to
go.
see that.
Number
2,
2,
Ultraman Rising.
How awesome was that?
If anybody has paid attention to the background of my videos, I freaking loved this movie. Okay, I never watched anything involving Ultraman. She hadn't either. Just browsing on Netflix one day, I had an idea of what Ultraman was. It involves the whole kaiju genre, and I fell in love with it. So did she. Story is so touching.
if you all did not know, he sculpts. So he has actually sculpted a Ken Sato.
I need to really do a video on my sculptures. Can't say it was good. I attempted to make Ken Sato. And the connection between Ultraman and this baby kaiju is so sweet. And they tied in his father. Every character connects somehow. Like, even the bad guy connects to them on a personal level. And the whole story is about family.
It's also a baseball movie. If you all did not know,
I'm a baseball fan. It's such a fun movie. And if you have kids, or you're a fan of kaiju, or just want a good family movie to watch with a cool action scene or two, go check this out on Netflix, for real. If you have a Netflix and you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a lot of fun. Number 1, Moana 2.
I was originally iffy about it because when the first trailer dropped, it looked very similar to the original trailer of the first movie. And so I was like, is this going to be basically the same movie?
I feel like when this movie came out, Disney was like, we're going to make this movie really good for you guys. And they took a page from Maui and said, you're welcome.
The way that they were able to make this movie, it brings you back to your original Disney childhood. It brings
It's
that
just fun.
nostalgia feeling
Yeah.
to it.
I love Maui. He's one of my favorite Disney characters. I feel like the reason I like Maui so much is because he kind of is like The Rock. He's over the top, very charismatic, so it does work for The Rock. And he's just this over the top big guy.
They are making a live action Moana with the original voice actors of Maui and Moana playing their character, which I don't know how I feel about. They're also making a live action
Lilo and Stitch.
I was born in Hawaii. Lilo and Stitch is my favorite Disney movie.
Really enjoyed this movie. I think it was a lot of fun.
Soundtrack.
The soundtrack's amazing.
The soundtrack's phenomenal.
Honestly, my favorite song in the movie is between the bad guy and Moana herself. I didn't like Maui's song as much in this one as I did the original.
They have one called Beyond that is sung by Moana's character, and it's amazing. For the villain character, it's called Get Lost. And it is such an upbeat and fun song.
Yeah, guys, and I want to go ahead and make an honorable mention. We actually haven't seen this yet, but when we do, we're going to post the review of it on the TikTok, Sonic 3. If you guys enjoy the Sonic franchise, be sure to stay tuned for our review of Sonic 3 on the TikTok. It's going to be a TikTok exclusive, so I'm going to pop a link in the description down below so you guys can go over there and subscribe to that and be notified whenever we post. But, yeah, that's been our top 10 favorite movies of 2024. It's been a great year. We've had a lot of fun, made a lot of memories together watching these movies. I'm just thankful for all of you guys. I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing and checking out the videos and helping the channel grow. We wouldn't be where we're at now if it wasn't for you. Yeah, we're going to be posting more top 10s here soon. I am going to be doing the top 10 worst of 2024, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Guys, that's it for today. Be sure to surf for that subscribe button, wave it for notifications, and stay tuned for more buried treasure. Deep Sea Pete out! Catch you on the coast side.